In this video, we head to the south side of Tortola in the British Virgin Islands to Nanny Key Marina for repairs. I'm Bobby and welcome to Sailing Doodles. It's our patrons that make this channel possible to get early access and ad-free content. In the previous video, we went diving on the wreck of the RMS Roan on Salt Island and then headed to Cooper Island for a nice and relaxing afternoon. Cooper Island is a beautiful spot with an excellent restaurant, but make your reservations early. They almost always sell out on mooring reservations and dinner reservations. Although at this time it was pretty early in the season and we did not have a problem.
Good morning, Vietnam!
We're not in Vietnam. We're in the British Virgin Islands, Cooper Island. We are just about ready to get out of here. Spent 2 nights here, didn't really film a whole lot here, just kind of took some days off to catch up on some work, paperwork and editing. But so we're getting last things set up there. We get to get the beanbags back and we will get underway, and we're gonna head to Marina and fill up on water and all that stuff. And kind of get some more groceries and all that. It's been a week, 7 nights since we've been in a marina, so we're gonna go for a couple nights and get what we need. So my forward generator gets fuel from the forward fuel tank, and it's down to about 1/4 of a tank. And the fuel cap for that tank is like rusted shut. I haven't been able to open it, so I ought to maybe get that handled. But what I can do is move fuel from one tank to another, so I just do the fuel return from the engines to that forward tank and I'll push it in there. The other thing I got to keep in mind is, number one, I got to make sure that I don't overfill that tank because it'll just start pumping fuel in there. And if I'm pulling out of one tank and pushing into another, I want to make sure I don't run that original tank empty. So I am going to do that. In aviation speak, we'd call this the hellhole, full of hot, dark, dirty things that can hurt you. It's actually a little difficult to access the valves hidden behind this toolbox. Alright, got them set there, and now I just got to make sure I pay attention to my fuel on this. It's not a short, it's a long, short trip over there, but got to pay attention. Well, it's always something on a boat. So most of the boat is 24, or the DC side is 24 volts. The instruments up here run on 12 volts, so there's a converter and a separate battery for that. It lives under here. And that system's battery is dead. It's supposed to get charging from the engines, which are charging now 24 volt, or it's got a separate charger that should be running off, like the AC. Battery's dead on it, and so now none of my stuff will come on, which is not a big deal. We're only going 6 miles over this other place, but just another thing I got to sort out now, because that converter is getting power now, and it is sending 12 volt power out at 14 volts, but I got to trace down why that converter was not getting power from the ship's power, not just the engines. So the whole reason we're going to this marina, well, one of the reasons is because I need a work day to work on the boat tomorrow, and it's easier to do it in marina because I can get parts if I need them. So just another thing I got to work on tomorrow. There's an old saying that cruising is basically fixing your boat in exotic locations. It was a short 7-mile hop from Cooper Island over to Tortola and Nanny Key. Alright, so switched the fuel back over, so it's I don't have any fuel problems. Didn't quite fill it up, but whatever. Now we're coming into Nanny Key. Got no instruments, but it's alright. Got my little handheld radio and charts on my phone. I think we'll be okay. And we already got I had the crew already set up the fenders and lines. Alright, good to go. Well, now my instruments and everything work now that we're hooked up to shore power. So that makes me think that there's not getting power from the generators to the system, but there is from shore power. That will require some investigation on why. Alright, we made it to Nanny Key. We are going to go find lunch. I don't know why the girls all took showers. Right after lunch, y'all are going to get dirty and wet again.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No, that's
just the princess.
Wet from the waterfall.
Just the princess took a shower? Okay. Yeah.
He's throwing names out.
We're going to wash the boat afterwards.
It's just an assumption. Every time we come to Marina, first thing we do, wipe down the boat.
Well,
No, we never did that before.
That's because we haven't been on my boat. We've been on charter boats.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go find some lunch and then we'll figure this stuff out.
Take it a little slower. Thank you. I think I want to put that way. Yes, please.
Nanny Key has a nice little restaurant and bar on the beach and is the home of the BVI Regatta. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers.
A couple days in a marina, it's always nice.
So we can go to the pool. Yeah, well, Bonnie washes the boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch y'all wash the boat. Y'all are the crew.
I'm a skipper. I don't think you're more important than others.
Putting the crew to work. It's important to get the salt off the boat whenever you can to prevent corrosion.
This all can be rinsed off, right?
Yeah. Currently our water maker's not working, so we wipe it down every time we're in a marina when we have access to fresh water. We take delivery of our new water maker in just a couple weeks. So it's just me on the boat today because the girls are at the pool while I am working. Got a bunch of new fuel filters here. I want to check my fuel filters. I'll show you. There is a lot of crap at the bottom on my fuel filters, the Raycors. I just changed over to Raycors. I had some, I don't even know what brand they were, but it was getting hard to find filters for the housing unit, and it was really hard to access them because you had to like unscrew the bottom of the bowl, and it was really hard. I changed over to Raycors because you can find the filters for those things everywhere. So doing that, and I got a 5-gallon jug of diesel so that when I pull the old filters out and everything, I can refill those housings with diesel so I don't have any air pockets in there. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Here we go. So these are my two new Raycor units per engine, so each one out on each side. There's already a bunch of sediment at the bottom of that filter, or the bottom of the bowl. And so what it does is it pulls fuel from the tank into the bottom of the Raycor. The heavier stuff hopefully just sinks right to the bottom of the bowl, and any sediment or anything that doesn't gets picked up by the filters as it goes in. And so hopefully the filters aren't too dirty. We'll see. I don't know. But we'll take a look. So the filters themselves are pretty new. They've maybe got 20 hours on them. So they look good. I'm not going to change them now, but I am just going to drain the bottom of the bowl from the sediment and then re-top off all the fuel. So that is what I drained out of the first Raycor. That's just water. That's just dirty water. So, you know, maybe rain getting in and sinking to the bottom, because water is actually heavier than diesel fuel, so the water and the shit will sink down to the bottom of your tank, and then that goes into the water filter, into the fuel filters first. So there's not much particulate in it, it's just water. That's okay. I mean, you're always going to get a little bit of water, you know, because you don't know what kind of fuel you're getting from the pumps and all that. But glad I got it now. Now I got 3 more of these things to clean out like that. I drained off the bottom couple inches of fluid out of the Raycor. If I closed off the filter now, it would leave extra air in the system, so I want to refill the filter with a little bit of diesel so that there's less air in the system. One thing that makes things a lot easier is having these actual real nozzles instead of those crappy childproof ones. That would have been a lot harder without this. Alright. Okay, got that done. Better than I thought. I was thinking maybe the fuel was dirty, it was just water. It's it doesn't look like water, but that's water with like algae in it. So I'm sure the fuel isn't totally clean, but the rest of the fuel looked really clean. There was no particulate in it. So it was just the dirty water at the very bottom of the tank that maybe collected over the 4 months it sat. Or maybe I got some bad fuel somewhere and that was, you know, a little bit of water in the fuel. Now that I'm all hot and sweaty and I still have more work to do, I'm gonna go check and see what the girls are doing. I might get in the pool for a second too. Cold beverage helps a little bit too. You gotta, it's hard to do, 3 hands. I need another hand.
Oh, look who it is.
Around here?
No.
I thought you were working on the boat. What happened?
Uh-huh. Here.
What? What is this?
She was doing it.
No, don't drink that.
What? I don't trust you. No. It doesn't look like an actual. It's oily. This is what you got from the engine.
Yeah, it's water.
Yeah, for the pancakes.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
All right, y'all have fun hanging out by the pool while I go back to work.
You're not done yet? My gosh, such a slow worker.
Uh-huh.
Bye. Don't get crazy.
Yeah. Got a winner over here and a loser right there. And don't forget, guys, the Sailing Doodle Sailing School is now available online. Here are a couple reviews from real customers. So head on over to sailingdoodles.com to pick up the Sailing Doodle Sailing School.